Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror Remastered. So we've got some conversation we need to do with the boy here. We need to do something with the plank probably, and the moat and the bridge. And I suspect we're going to find that the treasure is right under this stockade that they built, which either the stockade was here before and they're reusing it, or they built it and did not find the stone we were looking for. Fortunately,
Hi there, George Stobbart.
Uh-huh.
only
Haiku McEwen.
You're playing Jim Hawkins,
four
right?
characters
Jimbo.
actually need to
I
be
had
talked
Mr.
to.
Hawks
it seems.
change his name.
Jimbo Hawkins, right.
This guy's name is Haiku, which is a Japanese poem. So he most certainly doesn't look Japanese. So he's either taking a stage name or some other culture would name somebody Haiku, which I can't think of anybody who would do that. Maybe Hawaiian?
Is
But
your
I
name
don't
really
think it.
Haiku?
Yeah. It was my mom's idea, okay? When I was born, I was so small and perfectly formed I reminded her of a Japanese poem.
Well, I guess it could have
Okay.
been worse. She could have called you Limerick.
That's my middle name.
Alright.
Did you always want to be an actor?
I don't think of what I do as acting, man.
You're not alone.
It's more like I'm the voice of my generation. What I'm saying for the kids on the street.
Which is what? I'm
What?
crap, I'm going nowhere?
Huh? What are you saying, man?
Stobbart, get out of shot. Positions, everybody.
I'll get a flip chart and explain it to you later, Haiku.
So that was the
Haiku,
conversation.
baby, are you ready?
Okay, man. Which scene is this?
You've been captured by Silver's accomplice, Pirate Babs, who's fallen in love with you.
That whirring sound you can hear? It's Robert Louis Stevenson spinning in his grave.
I guess he's
Okay,
the author
people,
of
top of page
Treasure
76,
Island.
Sharon.
What about my big speech?
It's been cut. Everybody ready? Up to speed. Quiet on the set. Okay, let's make magic.
Oh,
So
please.
this guy is the
And
stuntman.
action!
So this guy, his body type doesn't even come close.
Why don't you forget that
There's
dumb
not
old
an
squire
angle
and
you
his bunch
could
of
shoot
merry
him
men?
from
Can't
that
you
would
see
look
we
like
were
him.
made for each other?
I know, but Squire Trelawney saved my life, Captain Babs. Why, if it hadn't have been for him, that giant octopus would have made mincemeat out of me.
But right now he thinks you're a traitor. He's locked you out of the stockade, Jimbo.
That 20-foot-high wall with spikes might have kept out Silver's men, but it ain't gonna stop me.
Oh, Jimbo.
And cut! Good heavy breathing, Sharon.
Natch, I'm a pro.
Let's see.
Did you get the heavy breathing, Flash?
Did I ever, boss? We should have made this movie in 3D.
So
Haiku,
I
you
assume
were
the
great.
point of
We're
the heavy
setting up for the
breathing
stunt
is
now, so get a bite to eat.
to catch her breast heaving up and down.
Savage, on set, damn it.
So now we've got the other guy on set. And so something we talked about moved the story along.
Hey,
Let's go back and talk
Haiku.
to Haiku
Yeah, man.
and see if he wants to eat the biscuit or the pancake.
Do you like a pancake?
Look at that thing, man. It's dripping with syrup. You'll have every bug in 10 miles on your case if you get that stuff on you.
I guess you're right. Would you like a bun?
No way, man. I have to be careful what I eat.
Yeah. Never eat anything smarter than yourself.
Okay. So let's now manipulate
I wasn't
the
going to
plank.
upset Hawks anymore by tampering with his props.
Let's look here.
It was a plank balanced precariously on a barrel. The stockade was surrounded by a dry moat filled with sharp wooden stakes.
And let's go talk to Bert.
Would you like a pancake, Bert?
Don't mind if I do.
And so he eats the pancake now with the
The
syrup.
pancake oozed maple syrup all over Bert's chins.
You put bloody syrup on that pancake. Now it's messed me all up.
So, can I give him something? Like,
What have you got there?
I didn't think he'd be interested in that.
so let's give the bun now to Sharon.
Hi.
Hi, gorgeous.
Let's see. Taking forever to load whatever response that's gonna be. Oh, it didn't load the response. Let's see what happens when we walk back here. So if we messed up the shot with Bert, then we probably just need to go talk to this guy and trigger the next scene and see what happens. And that's what I thought. This is just a walk around this stockade. Let's look at the
I
drawbridge.
couldn't see any way of lowering the drawbridge, or any reason for wanting to.
But there's no exit to this section. So I don't know
couldn't
what
see any
we're
way of
doing.
lowering.
Like, we don't even know what we're doing.
That isn't it at all.
Like, look
I
at
didn't
the
think Hawks
stockade.
would want me roaming about in the stockade. More Davy Crockett than Long John Silver.
Let's... So look at the moat.
No way was I going to try and jump it. Those stakes looked real. It was a plank balanced precariously on a barrel.
Can we put something on this, like perhaps the bun? No. And we can go try to talk to Sharon. We're supposed to be looking for the stone.
Hi, gorgeous.
I couldn't think of anything else to talk to her about.
And we've got nothing here that like even begins to explain what we're doing. Let's pick up another pancake.
I didn't want another one of the pancakes in my pocket.
And the bun and the syrup
Wrong, wrong,
work.
wrong.
And the pancake with haiku.
Hey, Haiku,
Yeah, man. You got something to show me?
I'd like your opinion on something.
Yeah? What?
He was too interested in himself.
Alright. And so we've talked to haiku.
Yeah, man.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask him.
And let's talk to Flash. I guess he got his name because he flashed people. It's the joke they're trying to imply there.
What do you think of Haiku McEwen?
What's the
They
thing?
put in some dirty
Kid will have
jokes
earned
in
more by the
this
time his balls drop than I learned in a lifetime.
for
Good
no
luck to him.
reason. It just takes away from the seriousness of this story and doesn't really add any comedy. Let's then, I guess, talk to Hawks and see what happens.
Mr. Hawks, I was wondering if...
Not now. I got a movie to make. Time for the stunt, Savage. It's a short run, bounce on the plank, and somersault over the spikes and stockade wall.
Do what?
Plank, spikes, wall, over. Easy, a child could do it.
At my age? You must be joking.
I could replace you, Savage.
Yeah, with an arthritic baboon.
Replace me? Lummy, this could be the last stunt I ever perform. I need to think about this. Get myself in the right frame of mind.
A suicidal one would fit the bill for that stunt.
Fine. You do that. In the meantime, we'll break for lunch.
Oh, great. I'm famished.
Stay right there and meditate, Savage.
Tight-ass little git.
So, let's look at this bush. Oh, there's something I can do with the bush. Maybe if I get the ants or insects on
As I
them.
walked towards the bush, it started buzzing angrily.
So, we now know that there's something to do with the bush. Honey on the bush.
Get that camera rolling. This could be good.
And that chases him. And he's over.
Cut and print it. That was brilliant, folks. Okay, the next scene is down on the beach. This is where Hawkins finds the treasure in the Cave of the Crabs.
Would those be giant killer crabs by any chance?
Giant mutant killer crabs with attitude.
Looks like she's passed out, too.
There it was. The rock I'd seen from the camel's hump. Now that I was close up, I could make out a small cave near the top of the pillar.
So why am I still hanging out with these guys? Why didn't I just walk away towards where I was going? At the very least, why not walk away and get to this point?
Who, me?
Like, why not try this a scene ago? It's so strange to
I
have
want you
this
to
section.
stay right where I can keep an eye on you.
I'm not one of your lackeys, Hawks. I go where I like.
Not here, you don't. The movie company has rented this island for the duration. You're trespassing. Do as you're told or you're gone.
84% done with the game. And now I have to deal with this, guys, to get up to this point.
There it was. The column of rock I'd seen from the camel's hump. It was a lot taller than I'd expected.
Let's go ahead and start with the tent. I assume the girl's in there. And then we'll work our way to the other direction.
Hey, surfer boy, stay out of there.
Oh, what is it this time?
That's the wardrobe tent. You've got no business to be going in there.
Looked like I wasn't going to get to play dress-up.
Interesting. Okay, so there's nobody in there. And over here, seems like there's no path this way. Even though this seems like a cave to me. And over on this side, there's nothing. So I'm assuming I need to convince this guy to have them climb up there and get the items themselves, or convince me to be in the movie and climb up there and get the stone. Let's see. Let's go and look at the handheld camera.
Yeah. Hang on there a minute, champ. No messing with the equipment or the Union will be down on you.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk to Hawks first, then we'll talk to the Flash. See if we have something new to talk about. We only have a couple of items, it seems, so I don't know how much we could really accomplish here.
Why
This
don't
is
you use
probably
that
gonna be
cave up
pretty
on the
quick.
rock pillar at the end of the beach?
We don't have a stuntman anymore.
Hey, I'll do the stunt.
I appreciate the offer, but if you fall, you'll sue us.
No, I won't.
Everybody hear that?
I heard it.
Good enough, we're covered. Got any experience?
Death-defying leaps, desperate fistfights, getting caught in explosions, you name it.
Okay, people, move out. We're shooting the scene at the end of the beach.
No, we're not. The camera's still bogged down.
Shoot, I forgot about that. No go, Stobbart. We'll have to use this cave after all.
Why is
You
the
don't look
camera
happy.
bagged down?
Why should I be happy? Look at that cave. It's supposed to be where the treasure is.
So?
Look at it. It's crap. Does that look like the sort of place anybody would hide treasure? I should have had props build me a proper damn cave. A cinematic cave.
What do you mean, a cinematic cave?
One with drama. Danger. One that looks like the mouth of a big stone skull would be cool, but I'd settle for drama and danger.
Alright. So let's talk to Flash now.
Mr. Hawks doesn't like that cave. He says it isn't cinematic enough.
Well, that's just too tough. The camera's bogged down in the sand. If he wants the shot done today, it'll have to be that cave.
Interesting.
There's a pretty good cave over on the other side of the bay.
The one up in that finger of rock? We'd need a stuntman.
You got a stuntman.
We ain't got no stuntman. Bird injured his back doing that dumb wall jump.
Okay, let's go talk to Bert now. So how could we get the camera?
Hi, Bert.
Don't
move.
you eye me. Fine friend you turned out to be.
What's the problem?
Huh.
Let's continue asking all the questions.
What's it like to work with Carlton Hawk?
Flipping misery, mate.
So there is a lot of talk going on here, but there's also the right mix, or at least they're beginning to have the right mix of item puzzle elements in between the talk. So I haven't felt terrible about going through all these conversations. It's a little too
Bert,
much,
what's
but
wrong?
not as
You
much
got
as
a bloody nerve.
that
If I
Central
didn't know
American
better,
city.
I'd have thought you gave me that pancake just so them hornets would go for me.
Oh, Bert, you've wounded me. How can you think that?
Well, by looking at the evidence.
And I guess that's true. It was part of a plan. I don't know if I knew the outcome, but figured it would do something.
I don't know why you still want to be a stuntman anyway.
Which is all I know, isn't it? If I don't do this, what do I do?
Well, how about being a stunt coordinator?
Being a what?
You stand around in a big jacket and a baseball cap, telling the stunt people what to do.
I can do that.
Hey, you've done the job for years and you're not dead. That's gotta be good for morale.
Well, I don't know.
You get your own megaphone.
I'll do it.
George Stobbart, international adventurer and roaming careers advisor.
Let's continue asking questions.
What films have you worked on in the past?
Remember Death Stalker of the 10th grade? The psychotic biker what crashed into the school bus? That was me. Or what about They Prayed to Satan? I was the bloke in the hospital scene. You know, the one who caught fire, fell through the flipping skylight.
I don't think I caught those. Must be cool getting to travel the world like this.
Yeah, nice here, innit? My Beryl used to love the seaside. Day out at Clacton. Bloody smashing. A pint of jelly deals washed down with a bottle of brown. Quick feel on a big wheel and a stroll around
I have
the
no
town.
idea what he's
Of course,
saying.
them days, you could live like a flipping king on 10 bob a night. Tombola, frothy coffee at the cafe or the prom.
You know, I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
I've had a great idea. How about you dress up as Jim Hawkins and climb up to that cave over there?
What cave? That cave? You must think I'm balmy. I did me back in being chased by them hornets over that flaming stockade wall. No way am I going up there.
Well, that narrowed the field.
This seems so dumb. To take a break at 84% of the game being done and just do all of this stuff that has nothing to do with the main story. It seems so ridiculous. It's like if you were 5 seconds away from the big climatic fight scene in a movie, and then all of a sudden they add an extra hour of side story where nothing happens and none of it makes sense and it's completely out of character. This is just bad storytelling, is all it is. If you had these
Hey,
levels, they
Aiku.
needed to be at the very beginning of the game where it wouldn't have mattered. But the whole beginning of the game, the whole first half
Yeah,
of the game,
man.
There was
is
nothing else I wanted
just-
to ask him.
full of stuff that doesn't matter. You don't even start to touch upon the story until about 60% through this game, which then just leaves the game, well, it leaves me calling the game a mess. Just a random collection of things that, puzzles and areas and art. Let's see. So, I've got to convince him, I think, still that I can be a
Hey,
stuntman.
get out of there!
So they still won't let me be a stuntman until I can do something with the camera.
That camera wasn't going anywhere.
The truck carrying the camera had sunk into the wet sand.
And see, the girl, they just left her passed out, I think, at the other scene. Well, we have this syrup. We have this. We have this. This. And maybe we do the handheld camera there. I have no idea. Let's talk to Flash. Unless there's something else to click on.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the cameraman. There was nothing else I wanted to ask him.
Flash?
Yep.
We can't film at the Needle Rock because the camera's bogged down, right?
You got it,
Yeah.
champ.
So why can't we use the portable camera instead?
You know, that's a pretty smart idea.
Seriously, was that it? Is that because the remastered version made this puzzle easier, or what? All I had to do was talk to him about the camera?
I've been talking to the cameraman. He's got a portable camera.
So?
So you can use the cave in that rock pillar at the end of the beach. That's a dramatic cave if ever I saw one.
We ain't got a stabilized harness for it. The camera will wobble.
Did D.W. Griffiths have a stabilized harness when he made Birth of a Nation?
You're right, damn it. Hitchcock, Wells, none of them needed one. For crying out loud, Sam Raimi stabilized his camera on a plank. Props, get me a plank. We're gonna wing it. Hot dog. We're gonna do a cinema verite pirate movie.
I don't know about Wells, but I know
George, get to
Hitchcock
wardrobe.
did have
We're gonna make
stabilized
you a
cameras.
star. On my way.
At least in some shots. So again, I feel the impact of the remastered, or at least it feels like there should have been more puzzle there. Maybe originally there wasn't, but I don't think so. It
Ready when you
Seems-
are, Mr. Hawks.
seems crazy. It seems crazy this game even was released in remastered version or in original version like this. But we're on to scene number 3, and maybe there is no scene number 3. Maybe this is just going to be a cutscene. And he was able to climb up all that rock, and yet he couldn't climb up the rock before to get out off the...
It was the stone which Ketchum captured from the Spanish. The Eagle Stone.
Returning to the shaman's village, Nicole found the village burning, but no sign of George.
I returned to Quaramonte and found that George had left a message with Conchita. He'd already left for the Indian village, so I hurried to catch up with him. When I arrived, I found a scene of desolation.
So... Weird. Weird. Again, just a scene with story that has been skipped over, and gameplay that
These
seems like it's been
sunglasses are
skipped over.
George's. George, where are you?
And here's the guy that shot her at the beginning of the game.
Titipoco, I'm almost glad to see you.
He pulls out a gun with a lighter that's so tiny you can
You
barely
little
even make
asshole.
it out.
What happened here? Are you responsible for this? And where's George? Have you seen him? He was pointing to the remains of a burned-out hut.
This is such a weird experience. Such a weird experience. Like I said when covering the director's cut of the first game, I now understand what it meant for Star Wars fans to watch the special edition and just feel kind of betrayed and like a classic has been changed and taken out of their hands. Certainly haven't been playing for 9 hours and 30 minutes, but we're at 85% done, so a small 15% that I feel like at any point we could quickly reduce down to 100%. Could be done in probably an hour's worth of play. She's also got sunglasses and the stone, and she's gonna have to do some more, at least a little bit more gameplay. So it's not just going to be one quick thing, but may not be that long. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to support me further, go to my main YouTube page. On the right there's a button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.